Hello everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. The scheme that we are covering today, it is Shrestha scheme, and we are covering so because this scheme was recently, and when I say recently it is like just 2 days back it was in news, and we have understood that any scheme that is present in news, it becomes important from the examination perspective. That is why we are going to do this particular scheme today, Shrestha scheme. It has a full form, what are the important components under it, what is the launch year, everything we are going to cover here. But before that, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you would want to join. For example, if you want to know more about RBI, NABARD, SEBI, in that case you can refer to these books. Everything has been in detail mentioned along with what will be your work once you join the organization. After that, you would definitely want to know how to join the organization. So A to Z about it. What is the education qualification required? What is the age criteria? How many phases are there? What is the pattern of each phase? What is the syllabus of examination? What are the previous year cutoffs and what not? Everything has been comprehensively covered along with a detailed plan for you which you can follow when you are preparing for examination, and you can just start off with it. So you do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks free of cost. The link it is provided in the description box below. Alright, so let's just start off with the scheme and let's first understand like what is the full form of it. Okay, so in many sources you would find SHRESTA. Okay, so means one additional H has been written over there, but there is no full form of H. Alright, so even adding or not or adding it actually does not have an impact on the full form. It does not have a full form altogether. Okay, so what is the full form of Shrestha? We'll understand that, and if you have understood that, half of your work is done. Okay, so Shrestha, it is a scheme, okay, and that is for the residential education. Residential education basically means hostels being provided, okay, a space to live has been provided, okay, and this of course we are providing this education, we are providing hostel, that will be for students, right? But here in this particular scheme we are just focusing on specific सेक्शन एंड वी आर फोकसिंग टू द SC कम्युनिटी. ठीक है, तो SC कम्युनिटी के जो स्टूडेंट्स होंगे दे विल बी प्रोवाइडेड रेसिडेंशियल एजुकेशन इन दिस इन हाई स्कूल इन टारगेटेड एरियाज. व्हाट डज इट मीन? इट मीन्स इट डज नॉट कवर द प्राइमरी एजुकेशन. इट डज नॉट टॉक अबाउट फर्स्ट क्लास, सेकंड क्लास, थर्ड क्लास. हियर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हाई स्कूल. हियर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट 9th standard and above. Okay, 9th standard and above in targeted areas. It means there will be specific areas in a particular state where this particular scheme will be implemented. Okay, and here the aim is for the meritorious SC students. Okay, meritorious means they are very bright students. They could have a bright future, but because of the financial limitation of the family they are not able to go to good schools, right? That is why under this such meritorious students, what will be done? First of all, one examination will be conducted. Okay, national entrance test hoga ek, and under that then some students will be selected. Okay, in for your 9th standard 1500 students will be selected around approx. Okay, and similarly for 11th 12th. Okay, then for your 11th class again 1500 students will be selected per year. So what does it mean? Every year 3000 of SC category meritorious students will get benefit under the scheme. Okay, and then all the scholarship, all the fees and whatever be the expenses that will be there for them to study in a meritorious school, everything will be taken care by the government itself. Okay, so this is about the particular scheme, and initially it ran before earlier it was known as grant in aid to voluntary and other organization working for scheduled caste. Okay, so under this we had this component where the SC aspirants, SC meritorious students, they were given the benefit. However, later on now the name has been changed. In 2022 the scheme was revamped and the now name has been changed to scheme for residential education. Okay, so we are providing a scheme where residential education will be given for students for what? For high schooling. Okay, in some areas, in the targeted areas. This is the basics. Launch year of this scheme, now it can be confusing for some. Okay, so basically this scheme was launched back in 6th December 2021, like when it was implemented. However, if you look at the official notification, no, so there 2022 it has been mentioned that now the scheme has been revamped and a lot of changes has been done, a lot of modification has been done. So hence the launch year will be considered as 2022. Okay, so launch year in the examination, if 2021 is not present, you need not to get confused, or maybe if 2022 is not present, that is why I have mentioned that officially the new version of the scheme has been implemented from your 6th December 2021. Okay, so in either way, now you know the launch year. Okay, talking about which ministry will look after this, so the ministry, okay, so here is basically the official notification. Here I have mentioned that how the scheme has been revamped. I have mentioned this so that you don't get confused about this 2021-2022 data. Okay, so basically from 2022 this revamped version has now been launched for 5 years till 25-26. Okay, however the scheme will further get extended. All the schemes they get extended because they are beneficial, right? Launch यहाँ पे मिनिस्ट्री कौन सी आपकी, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सोशल जस्टिस एंड एम्पावरमेंट, बिकॉज by promoting the meritorious SC student we will provide social justice, right? The aim of the government is to provide social justice and empowerment of the SC population of the country. Okay, and so this is about the scheme which will take care of, right? But at which school will actually will come under this, and all this information that will be taken care by नीति आयोग. ठीक है, तो दोनों आपका काम करेंगे. मेन मिनिस्ट्री आपकी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सोशल जस्टिस एंड एम्पावरमेंट होगी, हाउएवर इट विल वर्क अंडर नीति आयोग. ठीक है, एम क्या है? एम वी हैव ऑलरेडी अंडरस्टूड, राइट? सो एम वी हैव अंडरस्टूड दैट इज टू अपलिफ्ट द शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट पीपल, right? Because here the meritorious SC students will be given benefit, right? So that is why the aim is that who are not economically okay, and we will look at the time also, we will look at the financial income also, that is basically 2.5 lakh per family. ठीक है, but अभी फिलहाल you have to understand that the aim here is to uplift the socio-economic status of the SC people in India, and how we can do so by providing them good education, right? Because instead of just giving freebies, it is better to make anybody, not even a particular section, but anybody capable, so that they can grow on their own. Okay, so we have to uplift the socio-economic status, and how we can do so? By providing high quality education which is given under this, okay, to the children in the best private residential schools. ठीक है, best private schools in the country, so that they can get the best education, so that their future can be very bright. Okay, objectives क्या है? Objectives are very simple. Okay, to make easy delivery of the government initiatives. ठीक है, government initiatives जो भी है, everything is delivered. देखो how, देखो initially till 12th this particular Shrestha scheme will work. We have done another for till graduation we have another scheme. Okay, after that also till the person is stable we have another scheme. So what will happen? All the schemes they will be linked, right? For example, who is having the benefit under the Shrestha scheme, or maybe when there is another scheme, post matric scheme, those can be further be eligible, or they can be made aware of the further prospect that they can have, the other schemes that they can have. Okay, so it will make the easy delivery of the governmental initiatives. Okay, apart from that, why we are focusing on residential school, right? Because we are expecting, and of course when we are focusing on specific population and in a targeted area, we are looking at the places where the scheme is required the most, right? So that is why we are going for residential areas. For example, such areas where even the home environment or maybe the societal environment is not that encouraging. In such cases, the conducive atmosphere will be provided for the scheduled caste. Okay, so because they will be living in the residential schools, means they will be living in hostels, they will be living in that environment which will promote their growth, both you can say mentally, socially, right? Physically they will be provided with good food and good environment, everything, right? And socio-economic advancement and overall growth. Of course overall growth will be taken there. Okay, and of course when we are focusing on SC group, so we are bridging the gap, okay, in service deprived SC caste dominating region. ठीक है, education sector में we are bridging the gap for the SC section of the society, and it also, of course, the objective here, because we have understood not all will get the benefit, but the meritorious student will get benefit. So because of this, the bright scheduled caste students, they will have this opportunity to pursue high quality education and make their family's future even better, right? Now who will be the beneficiary? So we have understood that only a specific section will be get benefit under this, right? So what are the categories, right? So first of all, the student should belong to SC caste, that is one mandatory thing. Okay, studying in class 8th to 10th in the current academic year. What does it mean? देखो, basically under the scheme the scholarship will be provided for 9th class, 10th class, 11th class and 12th class. Okay, and this we know, this is general norm in India, that from wherever you have done your 9th in India, you do your 10th from there only. Similarly, you do your 12th from the place you have done your 11th, right? This normally everybody knows in India, right? Now if I want to enroll myself for 9th standard and I am giving an entrance exam for it, so of course the current academic year of mine will be what? It will be 8th class, right? Because I am in 8th class, because these things takes time, right? So because I am in 8th class currently, then only I'll be giving examination, entrance examination for the Shrestha scheme, so that I can get the benefit in 9th standard, right? So therefore it's being said that even though the scholarship will be provided for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, but as a beneficiary I should be starting in 8th to get the benefit, because this process will take time and I want to get enrolled myself under the scheme for the 9th standard. Okay, and that is why 10th is also written, because in when I'll be in 10th, then only I'll be giving paper for 11th. I'm sorry, in the current academic year. Okay. Another is, now here of course we are focusing on scheduled caste students, of course we are focusing on meritorious, and that is why we are going for an entrance examination, but we are also focusing a certain income group, right? For what if my parents, I am belong to, for example, if I belong to SC and my parents are already like they are in government job or any such situation, right? And I'm taking government, I'm taking the benefit, and you know I got good opportunities in my childhood, and that is why I am a bright student, but still I am taking up the benefits on the Shrestha scheme, which can be given to someone who is actually in need, right? That is why here there is one more requirement that is done, that the income group, annual income of the family should be what? It will be 2.5 lakh. Okay, and we have understood that 1500 like in 9th and in 11th they will be chosen, right? So that is why even though this criteria has been kept that 2.5 lakh will be there, but if there are many students that have emerged in that category, the family group which have income less than 1 lakh, they will be given preference. तो क्या मतलब है इसका? 2.5 lakh, it's like the general criteria. However, if the number of students are more, right, in that case we have to give preference. So preference will be given to such economic groups where the annual income it is less than 1 lakh. ठीक है, simple to understand. Okay, and they should not be covered under the pre-matric scholarship scheme. So there is one pre-matric scholarship scheme, it is already running, which is already running, and that also provides scholarship to the students, right? So if they have already been part of pre-matric scholarship scheme, then they cannot enroll themselves under the scheme. They cannot take benefit under two schemes. Okay, so who are the beneficiaries? First of all, aspirant students of SC community, they should be meritorious because they have to give exam, and their income, annual income, family annual income should be less than 2.5 lakh. Okay, and they should not be part of pre-matric scholarship scheme. Okay, budget allocation, basically the government has said that around 300 crore estimated that it will this particular scheme will take for 5 years. 5 years we've already understood, right? For till now, till 25-26 it will run. So for 5 years around 300 crore it will be given. And what scholarship will be given? So scholarship, basically if you are in 9th, so you 1 lakh per annum will be given. For 10th, 1,10,000 per annum will be given per student. Please keep in mind, this is not like for the overall in a particular school, we are talking about per annum per child. So we can understand that they are actually focusing on providing providing the education in meritorious schools, because there only this fees it is very high, right? So for 11th, 1,25,000 per student per annum will be given, and for 12th, 1,35,000 is what has been assigned. Okay, another key feature, so we have understood one entrance examination will be there, and the name of it is National Entrance Test for Shrestha, National Entrance Test for Shrestha scheme. Okay, another one is admission will be provided. This also we have already understood in 9th and 11th of CBSE affiliated private schools, and in fact it will be even checked that if those schools are good or not. How it will be checked? So basically last 3 years result will be checked of that school. If in last 3 years in 10th and 12th, because these are the most important exams in India, right? So in 10th and in 12th, if the particular CBSE school has been able to provide more than 75% of pass percentage, it means what? That the school is good. Why? Because these 10th and 12th marks, they are not being checked by the school authorities, right? They are being checked by the by the external authorities. So if any school is able, like the students, more than 75% student in 10th and 12th, they are passed from a certain school, it means it's a decent enough school, it's a good school, and this will be checked. ठीक है, the last 3 years का result देखेंगे. ब्रिज कोर्स, अब ब्रिज कोर्स क्या है? देखो, Of course we are focusing on SC students who were not given much of the exposure, right? And that is why we want them to have good exposure, because they are quite meritorious, like they have brains, right? But still we can understand that the opportunities which other students who were already studying in the meritorious school, the opportunities to ST at the earlier stages would have been lesser, right? And that is why even if now they have been added to make them equal to the CBSE candidate, however still there will still be some difference because of the previous years, right? That is why bridge course will be there. What is bridge course? Bridge course means outside the schooling hours there will be some time that will be provided, some additional you can say hours that will be given to the Shrestha beneficiaries, so that they can bridge the gap. So basically whatever has been lost, which is important currently for them to understand, to cope up with the education, to cope up, to get familiarized with the education system in good schools, or maybe with the fellow students, bridge course will be assigned to bridge the gap. ठीक है, आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड कि पहले जितना अगर कभी नहीं पढ़ा है, अब उसकी ज़रूरत है, तो उस ज़रूरत को ब्रिज करना है गैप को, एंड दैट इज अ ब्रिज I'm sorry, bridge course will be provided, and 10% of the whatever be the fees, 10% of it will be utilized for the bridge course, okay? So that they can come to the same level as of the students who are already who have been reading in a good school, studying in a good school, and now in 9th class all should be equal, right? Or maybe in the 11th all should be equal. So that is why bridge course will be provided, okay? Thereafter these students will be connected to, as we have discussed, right, there are various schemes that are going on providing with scholarship, okay? Even though if a person has done, a student has done good education from 9th to 12th in a good school, still is the person is still not capable to earn good money, right? Until unless they have done graduation. So for graduation also they would require money, because their parents don't have, right? So they can be then connected to the post matric scholarship scheme, because here if you look at, no, even for the government it will be a good thing, because they will be investing money in a meritorious student who will afterwards will provide them with good result, right? सो इट्स अ गुड फॉर देम, ओके? एंड टॉप क्लास एजुकेशन स्कीम कुछ स्कीम है उसमें ये ऐड हो जाएंगे, ठीक है? सो दिस वाज द बेसिक ऑफ दिस, एंड देन अगेन इट वाज द न्यूज. सो इन दिस न्यूज देयर इज नो सच अपडेट दैट इज देयर, हाउएवर ऑल द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द स्कीम अगेन हैज बीन मेंशन्ड. सो इफ अ स्कीम इज इन डिटेल मेंशन इन न्यूज, it again it becomes important from the examination perspective, and that is why we have done, okay? Now there's a homework for you regarding the scheme. Try to do that, and that is all in this video. If you like the video, do let me know in the comment section, and also if you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know. I'll definitely make a session on that if it is a news and it is important from the examination perspective. And if you have any query, any questions, that also you can comment. I'll definitely reply to you in the comment section, or maybe if it is important and everybody else should know, I'll cover that in the next video. So thank you everybody, all the best for your examination, and thank you.